Hi, we're the Spire family. I'm Brian, this is Kim, and then we have McKinley, Lindsay, Tate, and Noble.
I'm Don Long. This is my wife, Joan. And we have 2 sons, Dan and Andy.
So we first met Don and Joan Long through the campground that we used to vacation at. Once we decided to move to Rapid City, they invited us to church here, and ever since that first time we came to church, we knew this was the place we wanted to go. And so it was through their personal invitation that got us coming, and we really appreciate that.
We go back quite a few years, but
With Kim's parents.
yeah, with Kim's parents.
They camped at the campground where we camped, and that's how we got to know them.
It dates back that I was a telephone man,
Oh, yeah.
he was a telephone man,
Her father.
so we kind of clicked right there.
We have grandchildren, but they live. Some were in Texas, now they're in Washington State, and the other ones are in Pennsylvania, and we very seldom get to see them unless we go there. And we haven't been able to do that lately. These kids have filled such a gap for us that it's just really neat to have them close by. And I like it when they call us Grandma Joan and Grandpa Don. That just makes you feel so good.
They've been like the grandparents that I've never really had, and my grandma, she taught me how to crochet, and that's been really fun for me.
It was fun for me too.
And now she crochets the animals that they give away during the baby dedication. So
Yeah.
that's a good way that, Grandma kind of spoke into her life and taught her a new skill. And she spent lots of hours at Grandma's house crocheting. They crocheted some blankets for her siblings for Christmas. And it's just really fun that she gets to spend time with them and have grandparents that we don't have here. We don't have any family here, and we don't really have traditional grandparents for our kids like other people might have. And so they've really stepped in and filled a void for our family.
So one of the funnest memories that I can think of is a couple years back, Pastor Jared preached around Christmas time a sermon about socks and underwear.
That your grandparents give you every Christmas.
Yeah,
They give you socks
sometimes you
and
get
underwear.
gifts that are relevant and important, but maybe you just don't get excited about it. And so that Christmas, we ended up getting, I want to say like 20, 30, maybe even up to 40 individually wrapped Christmas presents for the whole family. And we literally had them in a box. Everybody had like 5 or 6 of them. And as we opened them, it was literally 1 pair of socks, 1 pair of underwear for everybody. I think there was enough to last the whole week. It took a long time to unwrap it, but that was.
And Don wrapped them all in funny comic papers, and he taped them with packing tape. So it took forever. So it took forever to open them, but
It was super fun time, though.
it was super funny.
That was fun wrapping them.
It was fun trying to open them without ripping the papers.
For me, Don has showed me what my Heavenly Father is probably more like than my father here on this earth. And so growing up in a family where my dad wasn't really a good dad, and then now having Don come in and fill that void for me, it just helps give me a greater picture of the kindness and the loving that our God has for us. And there's nothing that we can say to them that they'll tell us no. They are so sweet and so kind, and I just feel so privileged to be able to spend time with a different generation, not just to hang out with people that are in our same situation, but to have them, and I can call Joan and I can say, what would I do? What would God have me do? What would your wisdom be? And she always has something to share with me. She always has great stories. She always has biblical wisdom. And I feel like she just provides a different experience than I can get from people my own age in church.
we just love these kids. We love Ken, Brian, the whole family. It comes as a group. And the kids, when they start growing up, I mean, they're, I call them my weeds. They're part of us. Not a Sunday goes by when I don't get a bunch of hugs.
Yeah.
And
And
I need it.
then I can live with him the rest of the week. I really think, I am anyway, I think Don and I are closer to these kids than we are our own grandchildren because we never get to see them. And we love them, but these kids are extra special to us because they've been willing to spend time with us and love us. And it's just great. So it's filled a big void for me.